Boom, we're live. Part 2, episode 118. Part 2 of the week series.
Part dose.
We're going to run out of shit to talk about.
No.
You don't think so?
No. The shit that happened today, that's pretty interesting.
I think by Friday, and I don't, we didn't really nail this down, but I think we should have a longer podcast Thursday or Friday, whichever, maybe a 2-hour one or something like that. But I think
Friday.
I think by then we might be kind of just at least repeating shit, you know what I mean? Today we have part 2, and I titled it Chookagian and Darisuh because we talked about this a lot yesterday, about those two are underdogs, and we don't know why they're underdogs.
No, I'm kind of confused.
So we're going to watch a little bit of highlights today on them. You're going to be able to see it on the screen behind me. And I already watched a little bit, but you haven't watched too much, so this will be good. It'll be watch that for the first time.
Yeah.
But I guess we have some breaking news if you want to kind of come in with that.
Oh yeah, just some stuff that happened today. Stipe Miocic is now on the pound for pound list again. He's ranked number 15, which I don't know why.
I don't even know why he was ever taken off.
Yeah, but why is he put back on and he hasn't fought in 18 months?
That could be one of two reasons, I would say.
And I think one of them is because he might fight John Jones.
Yeah, I would say that would be the number one reason. They have, this has obviously been talked about for a while now, but they probably have some side of inside track on John Jones versus Miocic is going to happen soon.
Yeah.
Either that, or did someone in the pound for pound rankings just lose? And they just fell off and he was number 16 and just got put on?
Hang on, if I can find it. No, the person that was number 15, Robert Whitaker was number 15, and now he's off the list.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and let me tell you this, all right? Let me tell you the people in front of Stipe. So at 14, you have Brandon Moreno. Is he pound for pound better than Stipe?
I mean, I think it's hard to compare with the heavyweight
division. In their own division. You know what I mean? That's what pound for pound is. I guess.
In their own division?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Number 13, Petr Yan.
I don't know if I buy that.
I don't know
if I buy that, bro.
I might put Petr Yan at 15, Stipe at 14.
You would even put Stipe at 13, dude. I mean,
yeah, you could. And then 12 is Max Holloway, 11's John Jones. So I don't know about
Max
that.
Holloway, I'm kind of he's so good, dude. But
listen,
the ceiling, man, the ceiling.
I don't even think it's really that. I think his only 3 losses in the last year, 3 years, is to the number 1 pound for pound fighter, is Volkanovski.
This is only losses, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
The only other 2 people he's lost to, he's lost to 3 people in his career besides that: Dustin Poirier, Conor McGregor, and Jose Aldo, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I guess he could stay up there.
You know what I mean?
It's just it's John Jones is number 11. Yeah, I don't know.
John Jones shouldn't be at number 11.
It's so hard to
agree with
this.
When is John Jones' last fight?
Even Izzy, is he number 2? Maybe he should be number. I guess that's fair.
John Jones' last fight was February of 2020. So we're almost approaching 3 years without John Jones. We're 2 3/4 years away from John Jones' last fight.
That's crazy. We haven't watched him fight on this podcast yet.
No, we haven't. We've never bet on John Jones.
No.
That's pretty crazy.
That's crazy. That's pretty crazy.
It is pretty crazy.
Yeah,
it's astonishing because, and I hate to say this because of how it sounds, because of everything that's happened in John Jones' career outside of the UFC, but I'm such a fucking John Jones fan. I am a stan. I'm a John Jones stan.
Yeah,
he is the greatest fighter ever to be in the UFC.
Probably.
Bar none for me. Bar none. It's not even close.
Yeah, he definitely is.
Resumes, he clearly has the best resume ever.
Oh, yeah, by far. It's not even close. It's not even.
And then you just look at his fighting style. He can fight. He is, if you were to assign UFC,
the best.
If you were to assign UFC the video game, attribute stats for each fighter, he's a 99 stand-up, 99 wrestling. He's probably a 94 jiu-jitsu, 99 clinch. You do everything well.
Yeah, I mean, he's a gift from God, and look at his brothers.
Chandler Jones and I forget the other one. I want to say it's like Albert Jones, but that's not right. His other brother is a defensive tackle for the Titans. Also
Yeah.
a Pro Bowler.
Yeah, which is crazy, dude. Crazy. It's kind of like Travis Kelce, like his brother too, isn't his brother on the Phillies?
Was I talking about? Yeah, his brother's on the Eagles. Was I talking to you about this? About when you grow up with a brother and you're just growing up like constantly, getting the shit kicked out of you every day.
Oh yeah, I think there's just there's always just competition.
Right.
Yeah,
Like
there's
that guy's
always
been fighting since he was 7 years old with his brothers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think
So Stipe.
if I had a bigger brother, I'd probably be a little more
right. Same.
So
Stipe is
Gumption
back
in me.
on the top 15 pound for pound list. Good for him, as he should be. I do think that means that they listen. We've been saying all along. We've been saying this for a while now. If this fight was going to get announced,
I'm betting the fucking home. I'm betting the house on John Jones.
It would be announced during this pay-per-view because they always announce big fights on pay-per-views. By the way, something else did get dropped today. I just read it on my way over here from work. Kamaru Usman has asked. Now, this was already in the works, but officially has asked Dana White for the trilogy with Leon Edwards in London. So that's
Leon Edwards says he has to go to him.
Kamaru Usman just asked for the fight in London too.
Oh.
So he's like,
he accepts. Yeah.
So they have a verbal agreement basically. That card's gonna be special.
And
that card's gonna be really special.
Yeah, it is gonna be special.
I hope Tom Aspinall can be healthy.
There's a couple of things that I wanted to talk to you about today. Stipe was one of them. Jack Shore.
Mm-hmm.
You know who Jack Shore is. He is not going to be in the bantamweight division anymore.
Is he moving up?
He's moving up. No, down. Featherweight.
He's in bantamweight, so he'd go down to flyweight.
No, he's going featherweight. Okay. He's going to featherweight.
I mean, you're just adding another fucking piece into the featherweight range. Featherweight is so stacked.
It's a stacked division, man. I don't know if that's a good. Might be a good move. I mean, he's gonna have more muscle.
Right, he's not gonna have to cut down as much weight, especially for those little guys. Like every percentage of body fat counts.
It's weird. He announced it on his YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
So like Dana White didn't come out and announce it.
Right,
anything.
He's announced it. Yeah. I mean,
he announced it personally.
I mean, if you were a fighter that's gaining any popularity, I would probably do the same thing because you're getting like anybody who wants to visit that news. It's going to your channel. It's going to Dana White.
Exactly. That news got dropped from your channel.
And I mean,
I thought that was interesting. Like, why do you think do you think it's because he just lost?
He just lost to.
He was the favorite.
Was it Ricky Simon?
I'm not sure.
He did just lose. It wasn't just lost like he lost a little bit ago. He did lose to Ricky Simon in July.
Yeah, by arm triangle. Wow.
Mm-hmm. And he was 16-0.
This is only lost too.
Yep. So now he is 5'8". So 5'8" at featherweight that's like Volkanovski size. So he's going to be a big featherweight.
Yeah, it's a good. Yeah.
Still 27 years old. Right? Am I doing that right?
Yeah, I think it benefits him. I think it's. I don't think there's no way that it doesn't benefit him. I mean, it's not like you're facing much bigger guys. You know what I mean? I think the people that you're pretty much facing in the bantamweight division, they all could fight featherweight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
So it's like, yeah, maybe it's a smart move.
It's just whatever. It's just whatever weight your gym feels that you can be optimized the best. You know? So like.
And maybe his gym is looking at it like the way you just did. Like he is the same size of Volkanovski. So if he was to move up, maybe he does have the same success. Maybe not the same, but maybe like close.
What's crazy is you have these guys like if you're 5'8", first of all, you should be able to go to flyweight if you're eating right and doing all the stuff that you can. Like the tallest flyweight is 5'9". You know, so 5'8's like on the taller side, but that's a flyweight size. You got, I would say most bantamweights are 5'8".
Yeah.
Like that's an average height. And then it's 5'8's kind of small for featherweight. You know, you got featherweight, you got Max Holloway, who's damn near 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
You have Yair Rodriguez, who's 5'10". Volkanovski's 5'8", but he's a fucking anomaly. You know?
Yeah, dude, I think his ground game's just by far
Volkanovski.
Yeah, his ground game defense is really fucking good.
His jiu-jitsu defense is
I think
ridiculous.
it's-
His stand-up game, his boxing, he might be one of the best boxers in the UFC.
Man, I think his defensive ground game's so good, and it forces them to. He can get it kind of. It gets people to stand up with him. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a.
I mean, what do you do?
It's a double positive, dude.
If you're a guy like Brian Ortega, what do? Do you keep him on the ground and try to keep throwing submissions and wear yourself out, knowing you're not going to tap him, or you're like, fuck it, I guess I'm gonna stand with you, and
You
then
gotta
you're
submit
gonna
him.
get popped.
Because you're not gonna out box him.
Listen, if Max Holloway, I'm a believer that Max Holloway should have won the second fight. I'll still say that, even though Volkanovski clearly dominated him in the third fight. Did you ever watch the third fight? Because I don't think you were here for it.
The third fight?
Yeah.
I think I was here for it.
I think you might have fallen asleep or something. That was when Max Holloway had the huge gash. And I think I showed you it the next morning. So I think you might have went upstairs and crashed.
Maybe. I don't remember. I was
like that was one of the clearest title fights I've ever seen.
Oh, I did go upstairs.
Volkanovski just dominated him from bell to bell.
So I think his defense on the ground, dude, just makes his offensive look so much better because he's southpaw. He outboxes everybody. Right. You know what I mean? He
is so good, which is why I really want him to fight the winner of this title fight coming up.
Ilya Tapora is not fighting Bryce Mitchell anymore.
What? Why not?
He made a statement on his Instagram. If you'd like me to read the whole statement.
Yes. So this is quote unquote from Ilya Tapora on his own Instagram.
Hang on. Let me take a sip.
You never gave me a beer. Gotta stay hydrated.
I would have taken a beer.
I don't think I have any. This is my shift drink. I think I got a Bud Light upstairs if you want one.
Here we go. It all starts when I offered to fight Dan Ige on December 17th, which I accepted. Once I ran out of fights in October, I had to stop losing weight. The first time Mazarov got injured, I saw myself in the situation of offering the UFC to be the replacement. But his answer was no. Is he talking about Mazarov? Or no? Hang on. Okay. But the answer was no, to which also Bryce refused to fight me at that time. So Bryce refused to fight him.
As stated by Taporia.
Yeah. Refused to fight me. As a result, I had to stick with my schedule for December 17th for Dan Ige. 2 days ago, I got a call from the UFC offering me to fight Bryce in 2 weeks. So finally, after having a conversation with the Nutric Institute of Performance, they told me it wouldn't be healthy for the weight. Hang on, he's kind of iffy with this writing. Wouldn't be a healthy weight loss for me, so I offered to fight at 155. He's not a 155er, is he?
No, he's a featherweight who has fought at 155 before.
Okay, but Bryce also said no. Bryce didn't want to fight him at 155.
Right.
So I told him to give me 2 or 3 more weeks so that I could make 146, and they also told me no. The more on my part I can't do. I will continue my fight through December 17th. I've been trying to fight somebody top 15 for over a year now. My only intention was to stay active for you all. Now I hope Dan Ige doesn't retire from the fight and comes like a man to our match. See you.
Okay.
So I believed him, right? I believed him up until the last 3 sentences, in which I'm calling all bullshit.
The last 3 sentences where he says that Bryce Mitchell,
the whole institute and all this, saying it's not healthy. You know, dude, you've been if you're a fighter, you're training every single day. Every day, you're in the gym, you're eating right, you're ready at all times. I feel like if you're at that level, you gotta be. I feel you have to. Like
but if you're a guy who fights at 145, and right now he's probably like 165.
So my argument to that is, why has he been saying he's been looking for a top 15 guy for over a year? And you're not ready to fight a top 15 guy?
Because there's a difference between staying in shape and staying at weight. Like if you're...
He said he just got a fight in September. I don't buy it. I'm not buying it. I think he totally choked.
I don't I don't 100% buy it, but I think that there is some logical reasons behind why he probably is stepping out. First of all,
the most
I'm not gonna
professional
lie to you.
athletes.
I'm not going
already.
to lie to you. I think
At
it's a
all
good
times.
move for him, business sense, because I think that him
That's
stepping
what I
in
tweeted.
2 weeks' notice against Bryce Mitchell is a bad idea for anybody, because that dude is a savage. That dude on the ground is ridiculous.
Mhm.
You know, I'm a huge fan of Ilya Topuria. I think that kid's going to be next up. He's 24 years old.
Yeah.
He's
So
our age.
I tweeted that we were really looking forward to this fight. But it definitely creates more hype for the future.
Yeah, sure.
You know,
I think it's a shame that Bryce Mitchell won't be fighting. I was looking forward to seeing Bryce Mitchell fight.
yeah.
I
don't know why you wouldn't want to go up to 155.
I mean, if at that point he's been in training camp for over a month now, he's at a set weight of 145.
That's what I mean. He's ready to go.
Yeah, you have a
He's
set
ready to
plan.
go.
You have set workouts. You have set diets. You have set days where you're just cutting weight and drinking no water to get to 146. And I mean, far be it for me to know everything, because I don't know everything what I'm saying, but I do know enough that, like, all of a sudden, if you're going to go to 155, you change up everything. You change up your diet, you change up your workouts, you change up your water consumption.
Mm-hmm.
And to do that in like a week notice before the fight, that could fuck up your body maybe. And you
100%.
could just react differently. You know? So I think that.
But why would he go ahead and post that he's accepting this fight and now he's not, and they're both backing out?
For Topuria, I have no defense. But for Mitchell, I can see why he'd be like, no, I don't want to go to 155.
Oh, totally agree.
Because that also makes it easier for Topuria.
Yeah.
Right? Because now you're Mitchell.
Now he doesn't have to cut as
now
much
you're
weight.
Mitchell, and you're like, you're not, you kind of got to gain weight now. And Topuria
I
has
wouldn't necessarily gain weight. I'd say you don't have to cut as much. You're not going to be losing as much
a
weight
week out from the
he's
fight. He's
already
probably 155 right now.
or more. You could be 160.
You might be a little more, yeah.
You know, so you're not going to cut at all. Yeah, I mean, bummed out that the fight's off because I was really looking forward to that. I mean, I think Bryce Mitchell has that in the bag. I really do.
I think that's a closer fight than you think, because Topuria's jiu-jitsu is really good. It's outstanding.
Yeah, we'll see, because Topuria I think he does have better boxing.
Probably.
Bryce Mitchell, he's
Bryce
already
Mitchell
broke his
better,
hand, dude.
Bryce Mitchell has better wrestling. Topuria, I don't know who would have the jiu-jitsu advantage. I think they both are good at jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Very good. And Topuria probably has a better striking advantage.
I listened to a John Danaher podcast today. It took me 2 days to complete. It was on Lex Friedman. 5 hours long, dude. This dude talking. And I wanted to ask you a question at the end about it. Yeah. Also, who is we're done with the Bryce Mitchell Topuria?
Oh, I thought you just said you were gonna ask me a question about John Danaher.
Yeah, at the end, or do you want it now?
Oh, I was at the end of this podcast. I thought you meant
Yeah.
you had a question to ask me after you watched the ending of that. No, if you want to ask at the end of this podcast.
Oh yeah, no, because it's not really anything to do with. Fuck it. Now I have to say it.
Yeah. Okay.
Now I have to say it. What wins in a fight? A lion, a tiger, or a gorilla? Now, don't think of what destroys a human faster, or like
when they're actually matched up.
When they're actually matched up, and there's a lot of evidence.
Is this like a three-way fight, or is this like
one-on-one?
All one-on-one.
All one-on-one. All
right. So first of all, a lion versus a tiger. I'm gonna give the edge to a tiger. I think a tiger's faster.
Okay. Do you know the weight difference? Do you know
I would
which
say
one's
lion's
bigger?
Bigger, right?
A lion's smaller. A male
tiger?
lion is smaller than a tiger. A
Oh, then
tiger,
I'm definitely gonna go tiger.
a tiger can be up to 700 pounds.
Then I'm definitely gonna go tiger.
Oh yeah, tiger. Yeah.
Tiger versus a gorilla.
No.
I would also say tiger.
Yeah.
I think tiger probably beats both of them.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think you have to look at like John Danaher, like aggressiveness and like strategically, like lions hunting packs. You know what I mean? Tigers are more elusive. They're more They pick and choose their
Gorilla's
battles.
kind of in your fucking face.
Gorilla is kind of, they're not going to attack if they feel threatened, dude. They don't have claws. You got to think either.
They're just stronger.
They're stronger. They can probably rip them apart.
Right.
But
is
their
your
mouth
gorilla
opens
gonna
wide.
be able to catch a tiger?
Yeah, a tiger's just going to go for its neck, dude.
Right.
And chomp down, and they're going to be.
Is that what he said? Tiger.
So in ancient times, they actually had battles between tigers and lions because they were curious, and the tiger won.
Yeah.
Female tiger beat a male tiger.
Really?
If you think about that, and a female tiger is like 500, 400 pounds, roughly. But and also you got to think, a lion is dealing with a lot more shit, too. Bigger shit. Elephants, fucking crocodiles, Cape buffalo, fucking, other lions.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then he also brought up a bear. Who would win? Because a bear is like 900 pounds, 1,000 pounds. Claws 3 inches.
Now. So it's now between a bear and a tiger.
And a bear isn't really aggressive though, so you got to think in that way too. Like they're elusive like a tiger.
I don't think here's my thing, right?
Yeah.
And I could totally be wrong, but if you get a bear pissed off, if they're in a fight, right? You train a bear enough to the point where you put them both in a cage, you let it go, and they know a fight's on, right? I don't think
grizzly bear's also bipedal, by the way.
I don't think a tiger even really has the balls to step to a bear. First of all, because a bear doing this shit.
You got to think a tiger, though, is 700 pounds.
Yeah, but bears are like 10 feet tall.
Yeah, but I think people don't know how big a tiger actually is. A tiger is
right.
fucking tall.
I think you're definitely right. And
I would
still want to say tiger, but
I'm going to give it to the tiger. In ancient times, a bear and a tiger never fought. They never really talked about bears back in the day.
I might go bear, depending on the kind of bear. And I don't know.
Would you like a polar bear or a grizzly bear? Because polar bear is the biggest one.
Really, the differences in bears. Which one's more aggressive? Which one has
because
sharper teeth? Which one's used to eating? Has bigger prey?
A bear is really only going to attack like a bull moose. That's the biggest thing it's going to face.
Are there some bears that are like?
I might give the edge to the lion versus
Are there some bears that are herbivores? In other words, vegetarian.
They're both.
They're omnivores. Okay.
They're both. They like blueberries and shit like that, And
wouldn't it be a great way to start? Besides all the shit PETA would do about it, but wouldn't it be cool to start a UFC pay-per-view with like a bear and a tiger in the octagon?
How fucking sick would that be, bro?
That would be ridiculous.
They just fucking.
Would you want to sit front row for that fight?
Yeah, bro.
Would you?
Yeah, bro.
I
want to see what the fuck's going on.
When the bear jumps over the cage.
Oh, they're both gonna die. Man.
Oh, I'm out.
Nah,
you got to be there with fucking. You got to be there with.
Man, dude, I just think
like
the
100 trank snipers.
The male lion and the bear is so interesting because I really think the tiger beats them both, and it's like I don't know which one would win, the lion or the bear. And I might say the lion because of that big ass mane.
Ready? When I say one, you're gonna pick one out of the top of your head. 3, 2, 1.
Lion, dude. Okay, 100%.
I would say bear. I'm gonna say tiger then bear.
Yeah, but are you choosing bear because it's just bigger? Or are you choosing bear?
I'm choosing a bear
because a bear's not as fast.
Here's what I'm thinking, right? I think that a bear is a gorilla with claws and is more aggressive. And it just about has the same strength.
I say less aggressive. I really would.
See, I don't know that.
Yeah, I know. I know it's kind of just preference, but I would say less aggressive. I don't know.
I would go tiger.
It's all preference.
I would go tiger, then bear, then lion, then gorilla.
Yeah, because Joe Rogan's all about the gorilla.
Is he?
Yeah. Yeah, but it's not. I don't think the gorilla. I think it's more just like put a gorilla against one of the most. A gorilla against Mike Tyson. There's no shot, bro. He's gonna probably rip him in half.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So.
Yeah, well, there you can find if you put almost any animal that's like 3/4 of the size of a human in a cage with a person, and the person doesn't have any weapon, that animal's walking out.
Yeah, unless you're fucking that guy in the Revenant, dude. Leo DiCaprio, he got attacked by the bear.
Yeah, well, that's a cinema.
Stabbed him.
Yeah, if he had a knife. That's what I'm saying. If you put it without
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
weapon,
Stick your freaking finger in its eye, bro?
You're gonna box him? You're gonna box
Yeah,
the
and
fucking
punch a bear in the
tiger?
nose, right in the schnoz, bro. Yeah, bang, fucking knock them out, bro. And then knock
That
the
would be
bear
a
out.
sight. That would be a fucking
Be like,
sight.
I'm
I'm messing with
fucking,
him.
I'm gone.
Khabib did it. Khabib wrestled the bear.
Yeah, great turn-in point. So, who is the greatest lightweight of all time?
Khabib.
Charles Oliveira.
I would say Khabib.
No, I thought you would say that. Now let me tell you.
Let me say what I think you're gonna say.
The wins.
I think that Oliveira definitely has better wins. There's no doubt about it.
Let me say the win. Let me say the wins.
Okay.
Charles, good lightweight wins. Ready? Justin Gaethje.
Khabib also beat him.
Dustin Poirier.
Khabib also beat him.
Michael Chandler.
Khabib
Kevin
also
Lee.
beat him. Khabib never faced Kevin Lee.
Maybe Tony.
Tony's a good win. Tony's declining, but that's still a good one.
Justin Gaethje, Dustin Poirier, Conor McGregor, Edson Barboza. He didn't beat Michael Chandler, by the way.
He didn't?
Michael Johnson. He didn't face Michael Chandler.
I was thinking of Michael Johnson. Yeah, okay.
RDA.
Yeah, I think I would still give it to Khabib. Listen,
It's pretty damn
Khabib's
close,
never
bro.
lost. And I think he's overrated because
Because he has never lost. But have you seen
like a lot
the
of
wins
people,
he's had in Russia, though?
No, I have not.
There's like the guys
Neither
like
has anybody else.
0-6, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Neither has anybody else.
Like,
Now, I think, like, for me personally, and we did this list,
Mm.
and if you want to check it out, by the way, for our new listeners, it's episodes 63, 66, and 67, where we talked about the greatest of all time. We did like a top 50 list.
Yeah.
That was awesome. I think it's still one of our best podcasts.
yeah, you like that.
And a lot of people had Khabib at like 2 or 3. I had him at like 5 or 6. Now, there's no denying that he's an all-time great.
He is an all-time great. I just think
if you ask me, when you look at all-time greats, the lightweight division, with how great it's always been and how competitive it's always been, has never really produced that like many fucking top guys.
Yeah.
Personally, for me, like I can easily think of 5 people off the top of my head. And by the way, 2 of them are women.
Yeah, and I think when you think lightweight division, you think Conor McGregor. Everyone thinks Conor McGregor right away, dude. I think 155, and then the guy's not even.
I think of him for featherweight because he started at featherweight.
Okay. I think you're overstretching it right there, but
he's only ever had 3 fights at lightweight. 2 fights.
Yeah, but that was his prime of his career, dude. That's what everybody was watching. He's had more.
That was featherweight.
He's had more than 2 at lightweight.
Eddie Alvarez and Khabib.
Dustin Poirier.
Welterweight.
3 times.
Welterweight. He fought Poirier.
At 170.
Oh,
no.
I think were they both at lightweight? I forgot about those 2. You're right.
3 of them.
No, the first one was featherweight.
Dustin
Poirier was featherweight at one time. But you're right. No,
Donald Cerrone.
Welterweight.
That was welterweight.
Yeah. So 4 fights.
Yeah, and the Nate Diaz fight. One of them was at 155. One of them was at 170.
Was the first fight was 170? Was the second fight at lightweight? Do I have this
One
totally
was at
wrong?
155,
Has Conor had like
170.
6 lightweight fights?
He's had a lot of lightweight fights, I thought.
Let's see if we can kind of just bring it up here. I don't think this is going to say. Is this going to say weight?
No.
All right, let's see if I can just. I think you're right. I think he has had more than I even realized.
But to continue with that, this is what Chael Sonnen had to say about it. Can I say his quote on the Khabib?
Sure.
This is not Chael Sonnen, Michael Bisping. I'm sorry, commentator of the UFC. That's what his thoughts are for Khabib. Charles Oliveira. I really think it's obvious at this point. Charles surpassed Khabib when he got more wins with double the finishes in half the time. In 4 years, he did more than Khabib did in 8 years, and we're really still having this discussion.
he makes a good fucking point. Shout out. Can I make a point to what you just said?
Mhm.
Shout out to Dylan Furtado, who I don't know if you saw. He sent a tweet to us on MMA Complete.
Yeah.
He just sent me this tweet, and I thought it was crazy. If you bet on Charles Oliveira under 2.5 in every single one of his fights, you would have got it right 36 out of 42 times.
Yeah.
36 times out of 42, he goes under 2.5. Mind you, he's also had now like five-round fights.
Yeah. No, he puts him, and this is what Joe Rogan also says about him. He puts himself in danger a lot of the time. He's not, he doesn't fight like a champion.
He doesn't
At all.
Like, he doesn't know what defensive striking means.
No, and I think
his one defensive
that's
move.
what makes him great, I think, though. Like, he's always going for the offensive attack, and even when he's not on offense, right, and he's defending, he's still on offense because he can fucking submit you off his back.
The
or
one
if he's on
defensive
top
thing
of
he'll
you.
ever do is drop down so people will get in his guard.
Yeah, he's just, I don't know. I thought what Michael Bisping said kind of like, I was like, yeah, he might have a point right there. I mean, he doesn't have the undefeated record like Khabib has, but he's got the wins and he has the time.
And you think about it, right? So when's the last time Oliveira lost?
2017?
I think it was earlier than that. 2017. Yeah, you're right. So it's almost been 5 years now that he has lost. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11-0 in 5 years. So he's fighting twice a year, more than twice a year, because it's going to be his 12th fight in 5 years.
Yeah. It's a lot of fights, bro. He
has one decision, and it's against Tony, who Tony was only finished for the first time in his career a month ago.
Yeah, but you got to think Tony is a crazy person for not fucking tapping that armbar,
right,
bro.
He should have.
If he had 10 more seconds,
if he had
3 more seconds.
Yeah.
You know, so
and that would have
count
made
that as a finish.
That would have made it 11 finishes in a row.
Yeah, and that's 1, 2, another submission, 4 submissions, 5, 6 submissions, 7, 8, all on a streak. No, but I'm saying I'm counting Tony if he did submit him.
Yeah, right.
You know, so out of all his wins, 8 of them are by submission.
And only one fight besides the Tony fight went into the third round. It was only a minute into the third round against Poirier, who's probably the second best lightweight in the world. Well, third best with Makhachev in there.
Yeah.
Can we say that, by the way? We can say Makhachev is the second best lightweight over Poirier and Gaethje. Poirier's close.
Yeah, I think he beats Poirier.
He's definitely better than Gaethje.
Yeah. And what's the Poirier can box him, dude?
Oh, Poirier can definitely. I even though Poirier got he didn't even get outboxed. I think he had an even boxing match with Oliveira.
I think
Poirier is one of the best boxers the UFC's ever seen. Right up there with Max Holloway. Right up there with Conor.
No.
I know, really.
Sorry to tell you that.
No. Like, look, I swear to God, look up his stats. Yes.
No.
Yes, dude.
No.
Poirier has an outstanding boxing record.
No. I think he would lose to Makhachev easily because Khabib already knows what to fucking do.
I agree with you. I think that Makhachev easily takes him down. The only way to beat Makhachev, I think is to have
comes in like minus 300.
I think the only way to beat Makhachev is to have an equally as impressive ground game and make him stand up with you.
Yeah, like I think Max Holloway is a better fight than Dustin Poirier. I think for Islam. And I know it's not the same division. I know.
I would have to disagree.
I would say Max Holloway has a much better chance of beating Islam than Dustin Poirier does.
I think Makhachev takes down Holloway in the first 10 seconds.
But I think Poirier beats Max Holloway.
Poirier did beat Max Holloway.
I know.
Yeah.
But I think Max Holloway, the matchup wise, statistically, I think just like the way they match up, I think it would be a
Poirier
problem for
would have a good matchup with Makhachev. I think that would be a good matchup. I think Makhachev would win because I think Poirier does have good wrestling. Matchup. Poirier almost submitted Khabib. Poirier is the closest person to ever beating Khabib. And granted, his ground game.
You think you'd let me submit me in front of my father?
Yeah, right.
No. Yeah, of course it's a good matchup, dude. It's 2 top 3 lightweights.
Right.
That's regardless of the point. The point is, he ain't beating him.
No, I don't
You know
think
what I
he's
mean? Another stat, because we're also on Islam Makhachev. These segues are doing great. Khabib's time before he got a title shot, 1 hour, 50 minutes, 12 seconds. Makhachev's time, hour, 50 minutes, 7 seconds.
Yeah, isn't that wild?
Isn't that crazy?
That's
So he
so
did
weird.
it 5 seconds faster than Khabib did.
Charles Oliveira has a 4-inch reach advantage, by the way.
I think he knocks him out. I've been saying this, and I'm going to keep saying it.
He has way more average strikes landed.
Notice that Charles Oliveira
has
fights
way-
orthodox.
Dude, Makhachev has under a strike absorbed per minute.
Yeah, because
That's kind of crazy.
Because he can't fucking throw, Zach.
No. That means that
No, I know. He
People
has to
throwing
go
strikes
to the
at
ground.
him.
He
People-
has to.
that means people throwing strikes at him.
I know, but he has to go to the ground
Yeah, of
with
course.
Charles Oliveira.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I know.
You know?
Charles Oliveira's takedown defense is 57%.
Trust me, when Islam Makhachev got knocked
Is
out.
Oliveira gonna just let him take him down? Is Oliveira just going to?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
I think there's
He's
a
not
chance.
that
I
dumb.
think there's a chance, dude.
You think he's just, okay, take me down?
Yeah,
No.
I think he's done it. I mean, we've seen him do it before in other fights.
Yeah, he's done it before. You think he's just going to be like, okay, just take me down?
There's a chance, dude. Yeah,
You think
I
he just goes straight? He doesn't even get him with. Just goes straight to his back.
I think there's a chance. Yeah, not right away. No, I don't think it happened in the first 5 seconds. But I think like if Makhachev goes for it, he just falls back into full guard. I think there's a chance that happens.
Yeah, I don't think so. We'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know why you would let a guy go. I don't know.
Because Oliveira's gonna stick to his.
Yeah, I know,
guns.
but I know. It's different to do it against Poirier. You're doing it against Makhachev, though.
I get that.
A black belt.
I totally get that.
Coaches Khabib, arguably the greatest wrestler in that division of all time. So I don't think you're gonna let him take your back. I don't think you're gonna let him take you to the ground. I just don't. I don't see how that's a good idea. Even though you are the best submission artist, I mean, you might. Definitely, I would not do it in the first.
No, I wouldn't either.
I wouldn't do it in the second either. I would not do it in the second.
Probably not. Maybe.
3, 4, 5.
I
Does it last
we're
that
asking,
long?
We're asking the wrong people. Like,
Yeah, but does
I
it-
wouldn't let
it's
him
not-
take me down.
But if it's not going to the first or second, and all his fights end under 2.5,
Right.
I don't think he would let him. But maybe this is one of the fights that does go 4 rounds, 5 rounds, because it is on the ground most of the time, and it is kind of like a jiu-jitsu match. And they are going to be battling each other.
it's over 1.5.
So if you think,
Wait. Was it 1.5 or 2.5? I think it might be 2 actually.
it was a bad, I don't know. It's kind
Okay,
of
so I'm sorry to cut you off. We're 36 minutes in, and we haven't talked about Darisuh and Chookagian at all. And I titled it.
no. We are going to talk about.
Okay,
it.
so
This is just news that's happened today.
Darisuh versus Matus Gamrot.
Yeah.
I watched some pretty good clips on it. Okay.
Okay.
So, Gamrot might have better wrestling than Darisuh. We kind of said it's probably like tie, like maybe Darushi's stronger. Who knows? I think Gamrot probably has better wrestling.
Okay.
Darisuh definitely has better stand-up. Definitely. Gamrot will go for takedowns. Darisuh has good takedown defense.
Who do you think's gonna weigh in more? Who do you think's gonna weigh?
I think they're
more?
both going to weigh in 156. Like, I think they're both going to make weight. Do you think?
No,
do you mean at the time of the
obviously they're
fight?
both gonna make weight, but who do you think's gonna weigh more? Like Darusha, like we've always said, Darusha is a big
He is.
lightweight.
He's going to be 155. He's probably going to weigh 170 at the time of the fight.
175.
I think Darisuh will be heavier. I don't think it's going to be that much different, though. Matus Gamrot also is a little big for a lightweight.
Okay.
I don't know what the tail of the tape is. I think we've definitely gone over it before real quick, but just to shed light on that again. Darisuh has an 1.5 inch reach advantage. Darisuh is 2 inches older. 2 years older.
You did that yesterday too.
I know. I have been watching clips. I have been studying Darisuh I did see a clip that said one of the reasons Darisuh is an underdog is because he hasn't fought in a while and he got injured
during training.
He had
What
an
kind of
ACL injury. He did not say whether it was torn or not. Could have been a sprain.
Could have been could have been a strain. It could have just
but
been
it,
tweaked.
But it also could have been torn.
Yeah.
And they said if that didn't happen, this fight would probably be a pick'em. And Mateusz Gamrot was much more recent in a fight, and he's won his last 4.
Play some clips.
So I just can't play the audio.
Yeah, that's fine. Just play it in the background so we can at least talk about it while
Right.
it goes on.
So
now we should start talking about this Gamrot guy.
Right. All right. So Gamrot has won his last 4. He just beat Arman Tsarukyan.
Good fight.
It was a really good fight, and I rewatched that clip, and everybody was saying that Tsarukyan should have won. I got to be honest with you. I thought it was like a dead even fight. I thought it was a really close fight. Tsarukyan had him standing. Gamrot had him on the ground the whole time. You know, he had 5 takedowns. He had a lot of takedown control.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be the key for Gamrot. He's going to try to take down Darisuh. Problem with that is Darisuh has better takedown defense than Tsarukyan. Darisuh is also better on the ground than Tsarukyan. So if he does take him down, he could just sprawl and keep him on the ground. And because he might be heavier and he has good wrestling, he could keep him there. This is a 3-round fight. I would not be surprised if we see a round where Gamrot tries to take down Darisuh and Darisuh stuffs it and keeps him on the ground for the whole round because of it. So that's an instant round for Darisuh.
Yeah.
Darisuh also has standing. So I would give that like 3rd round when they're kind of maybe tired, which I don't know if they will be because Gamrot kind of has a fucking gas tank. Like 5th round.
But if you got a big guy on top of you.
Right, that could be different. You know, the Gamrot Tsarukyan fight, we didn't see Gamrot on his back at all. So if he's on his back for a round.
Yeah, dude, I think Darisuh just has it, man.
After watching all the clips, after looking at all this, I'm even more into Darisuh for this fight.
Yeah, I'm watching these clips right now, and like Darisuh, like I thought he was a bigger guy. He is a big guy, but he is fit, dude.
He's not like ripped.
No, he's not ripped.
No.
He's in shape.
Yeah, he definitely is. I definitely am going Beneil Darisuh.
Yeah, I think his striking. Damn, look at him fucking tee off on that fucker.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
He's a really good striker. He is.
Look
at that beautiful spinning back fist. Oh.
If it is a pick'em, and it is 50-50, then you take the number.
I'm going to take Darisuh.
Yeah, you take the number. You take the plus 160, bro. That's the number. If it's 50-50 and you're getting more money, you know what I mean? I think it's a no-brainer.
And you look at what Darisuh did to Tony. You can say that Oliveira dominated Tony, but I would say Darisuh, he didn't impose his will more than Oliveira. Like it wasn't that many like, oh shit.
He gave Oliveira a bunch of film, dude, if you think about it.
But there was 0 offense for Tony in that fight against Darisuh.
Yeah, there was no offense for Tony. It was kind of we bet on Tony, didn't we?
I think so.
Yeah, it was kind of like.
And then you got Mateusz
Gamrot
Gamrot.
To watch.
You got Mateusz Gamrot, who has a fucking gas tank, is a multiple-time lightweight champion in other divisions, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was undefeated. He's on a 4-fight win streak. He was undefeated until he came into the UFC. Lost his first fight against a good fighter, where he got knocked out by
this guy.
Yeah, Gamrot.
Garam.
No, Kutataladze. That's when he lost.
No.
Good fighter. And then he's won 4 in a row. Beat Tsarukyan, beat Jeremy Stevens. He's the fucking real deal. He really is.
Yeah, I believe he is, dude.
Darisuh by decision.
Oh, Darisuh is so much bigger than
I
him.
honestly want to put a unit on Darisuh by decision. Seriously. And
I seriously think that's a good bet.
And the odds still aren't out for these decisions, for the methods.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, we can just look at it.
It's gonna be like plus 250 though.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be like plus 252, man.
It's still a good
if it's
bet.
more,
it's still a good bet.
If it's more,
plus 265. Okay.
Did you see that? Did you see plus 265?
Yeah.
So this has the same odds that Sportsbet has for money line. Why isn't it popping up?
Should be plus 165 top right.
Yeah, that's money line.
Oh, that's money line. Fuck.
It's not coming up right here. All right, just hold on. Bovada should have it.
This is when we need a producer.
Darisuh by points plus 285.
It's good. It's good.
I want to put a
I'm
unit on that.
suspecting 285 to 250 for the sports book.
Yeah, I would too. And I'm going to do that.
No, that's worth it. Win inside the distance plus 400.
Win by 3-round decision plus 300. Why is win by 3-round decision plus 300 more than win by points plus 285?
Think win by 3-round decision, that unanimous. And by points is just by points.
I don't think so because it's opposite of win inside distance versus win. That's weird. Oh, here's alternate. Darisuh to win by unanimous plus 400. Darisuh to win by split or majority 1100.
Split. Wow. The split's interesting.
That is interesting.
Yeah, man. I think. Do I think it's going to be a great fight? Am I going to be surprised if Beneil Darisuh loses? No, I think.
No.
I think Gamrot is no joke, but this is the first time Gamrot's faced this type of competition and the level of wrestling in the UFC before, and it's not like he's going up against a slouch.
Right.
And if he's lost to a guy in his first fight like he did before, I think he's in for. I think it's going to be a long night for him.
I agree. So yeah, I like Darisuh by decision. The other one I want to talk about is Chookagian versus Firo.
Yeah.
This is the opposite of what we just said. I'm not ready to take back my pick of Chookagian, but this fight is very close. I watched some tape on Manon Firo today. She is the real fucking deal, dude.
Yeah.
She batters women, batters them, puts a pace on people.
Yeah. Now, was there a woman that was 5 inches taller than her? It has this 5-inch reach.
We looked this up. She's not 5 inches. Chookagian's not 5 inches taller than her. It's actually closer than we thought. She's 3 inches taller than her, and she has a 3-inch reach advantage.
Okay.
Which is, it's sizable, but it's not a crazy difference.
Yeah.
It's a difference that a really good fighter can easily take.
Yeah.
So Manon Firo has never lost a round in the UFC. She beats the shit out of girls.
This sounds
She has power.
This sounds like the perfect opportunity for the bookie to make some money. Never lost around the UFC. Going up against a girl that's really hasn't lost to has only lost to really, really good fighters and has beaten really, really good fighters. This is the perfect setup that the bookie wants you to be like, yeah, this girl's just not ever going to lose a round in the UFC when all reality, she's just another fucking human being, dude. Right. You know what I mean? I think I'm definitely going to still put a parlay or two on Chookagian, but I'm not going to put a lot. No, I'm putting Chookagian Darisuh. I kind of like that parlay.
I definitely like that parlay. I think it was like plus 650.
Yeah. And tomorrow we should probably just go into depth we should probably keep continuing with these fights and watching shit.
I'm definitely betting Kyle Baralho. I'm definitely betting Beneil Darisuh.
Baralho should definitely win.
Definitely doing Charles Oliveira.
Yes. TJ.
Oh yeah, I watched more of that too, and I'm more into TJ now too.
Yeah, the guy is fucking on something, bro.
TJ is just like Aljamain Sterling has wrestling.
Yeah.
And TJ is as good of a wrestler as Sterling.
And he can throw punches,
and
bro.
People say everything that I've ever heard from Sterling's camp, and it's biased because it's from Sterling's camp. Sterling has a really good camp, though, of wrestlers. Like, no doubt about it, Sterling's a great wrestler.
Yeah.
But everybody says that Sterling, if he gets you down to the ground, you're not getting back up.
Yeah.
And we saw that in the Jan fight. He took him down twice. Jan didn't get up until the bell rang.
Yeah. So tomorrow we're going to do Bilal Muhammad,
Sean Brady,
and Aljamain TJ because it's both kind of wrestling. And we're also going to do something that is there's going to be no wrestling. Is Sean O'Malley, Piotr Jan. I think that's what we should go over tomorrow.
You want to do
Those
Brady?
3 fights.
You want to do 3 fights tomorrow? Yeah, we can do that. We should probably
If you
stick
want
to it. I'm down for that. We should stick to it more than talk about lions and tigers and bears.
Oh no, that's just fucking lit.
Oh, dude, I love
no,
that.
because we're not gonna take it.
I'm
We're not
just
gonna
saying-
talk about an hour.
Right.
We're not gonna take an hour to talk about
But
Caitlin
to-
Chookagian and fucking
No,
Beneil
yeah.
Darush, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you need
But
something.
We also could go longer tomorrow too if you want.
No, yeah, we could start longer.
We could-
We're gonna start earlier. I
Yeah.
mean, earlier definitely.
All right, so yeah, I'm down for that. We can do those 3 fights tomorrow. Cool. And then
We should definitely. I know I keep cutting you up. We should definitely go over like big parlays, like setting up wise, like $2 tickets.
we'll figure out. I say the regular podcast, Thursday podcast. We'll do the pod bet. We'll do a bunch of picks. Friday, we should do like I'm gonna get a show ready. I'm gonna get banners ready. I'm gonna get images maybe. I'm gonna get reels, like stuff like that. And I want to do a entire card breakdown on Friday. I feel like that's what we should do. Day before the fight.
Yeah, I guess so. But I feel like we're just repeating ourselves on Friday at that point because like we have already
definitely
broken down all the fights.
But we haven't done an entire fight on one
Yeah, we did.
special.
Yeah, we have. Did yesterday.
We didn't go over everyone.
We did. Didn't we?
We went over most of them for sure. I just think that the day before a fight, people are going to be looking for fight breakdowns. Like, you remember that show that you had me watch? That was pretty good. Can't remember what it was, but it was the 2 guys.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do Thursday. With the whole betting, because that's all they do is the whole betting aspect.
Right,
of it.
Thursday I want to do bets, but we can do a different. I mean, I think we can do a different show with bets and with analysis of the fight.
Yeah.
We could. All right, maybe we just do our regular thing on Thursday, and then Friday we kind of just go for it, whatever we want.
Yeah, Friday we'll figure it out.
All right, that's fine. To finish up what I was saying, I think Chookagian Fiorot is going to be a really good fight. I think that there's a chance, and this is what I want to look at, that Fiorot finishes Chookagian. I think there is a chance that Fiorot knocks out Chookagian. I'm just saying. I still kind of have Chookagian a little bit, but
She's got power. You're saying?
she has a lot of power, and she's like brutal. Like if she injures you, she will throw 30 punches in the next 10 seconds. Like ridiculous.
Yeah. I also think that's also a bad thing because you can wear yourself out.
You definitely can, but you have a better chance of finishing your fighter at that point. So we don't have odds right here.
So it's right there. Average fight time. Chookagian's average fight time's longer.
Yeah, because
14
because she
minutes.
doesn't finish people. Remember, we saw like almost all of her fights.
Yeah. I guess her by decision's a pretty good fight. A pretty good pick.
Chookagian by decision, Fiorot by finish.
Because I think Fiorot, if she does get one of those Hail Mary rallies going, dude, and she does lose stamina, I think Chookagian can just beat her ass in the 3rd round. Late 2nd round, she's just going to be dead.
This only has money line.
Yeah, I'm expecting Chookagian
blonde
to be
fighter.
like plus 250, dude.
Chookagian, blonde fighter.
Yeah.
So bad.
Mm.
I just want to. All right, here we go. Chookagian by decision is plus 240. Fiorot by TKO is plus 380. Ooh, I'm gonna put some money on that.
What is it?
Fiorot by knockout plus 380. Chookagian by decision plus 240.
Yeah, I'll take the plus 240.
All right, that's really gonna do it.
That's it?
I think so.
All right.
You want to save some more stuff for tomorrow, right? That's how I look at it.
Yeah, I think, dude, there's a lot of news that drops daily.
Mhm.
Daily. I mean, we just did half the pod with like 5 things. I only just skimmed through.
Right.
You know, I just liked it throughout the day on Twitter, dude. I was like, yeah, we could talk about that for like 5 minutes a piece, dude. You got like 5 topics, 5 minutes a piece, half an hour.
Right.
25 minutes, I know, but like,
Yeah.
give or take, you go like an extra minute or 2, you know? Yeah, pretty easy. I like it. I like
Alright.
doing this shit.
All that shit. All right, that's going to do it for part 2 of UFC 280 week. Make sure you go follow us on our Twitter if that's not where you're watching this, at @complete_MMA. Go follow Fans Only Sports and their many social medias. Make sure you tune into our live reaction stream when we watch UFC 280 this Saturday at 10 a.m. through 5 p.m. That's again at @complete_MMA and wherever you're watching Fans Only Sports platforms. Go also check out our YouTube page where we post all of our content. That is MMA Complete Podcast on YouTube. Go check out the Twitter. That's where we post most of our social media content, tweets, polls. I think
Daily.
You have your phone, right? Can you check?
Yeah,
the
we
poll?
did a decent amount of.
Can you check the poll I posted
poll
today? Because we actually had a lot of votes on that, and I don't have my fucking phone right now.
Yeah. I don't think the poll's done either.
What was the poll I said? That poll had like 20 views.
It was just who to bet on for underdog.
Oh yeah, what was your favorite underdog of the card?
So we got 19 votes. Oliveira, 47% said Oliveira plus 155. O'Malley plus 250, 16%. Darisuh plus 160, 21%. And Chookagian plus 180, 16%. So same as O'Malley.
So Darisuh was the second most. Yeah, that's where I'm at too.
Yeah, and I bet Chookagian. I put Chookagian. That was my vote.
I think I said Darisuh. Yeah. All right, that's going to do it. Check out the Twitter, @complete_MMA. Check us out tomorrow night when we do part 3. We're going to be talking about Petr Yan versus Sean O'Malley, TJ Dillashaw versus Aljamain Sterling, and Bilal Muhammad versus Sean Brady. And every Thursday night at 7 p.m. we do our regularly scheduled podcast. So check that out at our Twitter again, @complete_MMA, and wherever you're watching FanDuel sports content. And live reactions Saturday, October 22nd at 10 a.m. That's it. Everybody, hope you win some money this weekend, and good luck. We will see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Good night.